People ask me, how can I learn to hear chords and hear chord progressions, or how can I develop my ear to hear different chord voicings? Guitar chord Journal. It's part of our Guitar Journal series. It's called Chord Journal, is the book I'd recommend. It starts as a chord dictionary, and it shows all the modern chord forms grouped into top 4-string forms, inside 4-string forms, rhythm forms, and by rhythm forms we mean the second, third, and fourth string, skip the fifth string, play the sixth string, and then it has the 3-note Freddie Green type forms for all types of guitar chords. So in the first part, it's a complete chord dictionary. Then for each key, each of your 24 keys, the key is a harmonized scale, not in triads, but in full chords. Plus there's a guide to common tone substitutions shown for each scale tone. So right there, you've got a complete presentation of how you harmonize in all the possibilities for harmonizing every scale tone for every key. But the main part of the book are the voice leading studies. You have 12 voice leading studies. You start with, say, the key of C. You've got 12 voice leading studies starting on the root note C. The first study will be C to maybe to D, or excuse me, C to C sharp. And then the rest of the cadence will follow that with all these full, rich modern chords. Then the next study will be C to D. Then the next study, C to E flat. Then the next one, C to E, so that basically you're moving chromatically through the entire scale, starting on the root, and each one is a different voice leading chord study. Then after you get done with that, we're still in the key of C, you've got 12 studies where you start on the third of the chord. So you'd start like on E, and then the second chord would be, the second melody note would be E flat. The third study would be the melody note C, would be, excuse me, you'd go from E to D, would be the second one. The third one you'd go maybe E to C. So you've got 12 different voice leading studies, all using very rich, full modern chords, jazz type chords, where your starting note is E, or the third of the chord, and then you move through every scale tone doing that. Then you have 12 voice leading studies where you start on the fifth of the chord. Same deal, you'll go through every scale tone, playing on the fifth, starting on the fifth and moving with these voice leading studies. All told, by the time you get through all keys, you've played 288 voice leading studies in this book. Each study is shown in chord diagram form, so that you don't have to be an expert note reader. You can read just the chord diagrams. But this will really teach your ear to hear chromatic movement with rich chords. If you were doing an intro or an ending or a modulation or an improvising, this will get you trained so that your ear can hear how you do that. Another section which is unique is every scale is harmonized in fourths. And so you've got major and minor scales harmonized in quartal harmony. And then you have 3 studies in quartal harmony for each key. So you have 72 quartal harmony studies in this book. So once again, the Guitar Journal Chords is just loaded with information. By the time you're done with this, you're playing just a ton of chordal work.